live, apparently. Hello, good evening, and welcome back to the channel. If you've been before, and if you haven't, it's your first time. Hiya, I'm Paul.
I'm Jason.
And together we are
Those vegan guys.
In brief, we're a gay couple. We've been together 26 years and married for 14. We're raving vegans. And we talk about it quite a lot. And this is one of our regular live streams.
Yes.
So there you go.
Yeah.
That's the gist of the matter. Can someone kindly in the chat, because we're on StreamYard again, let us know that we're on and you can see us and you can hear us and all is well. We would be most grateful.
Most appreciative. Welcome one and all, of course.
And whilst I'm waiting for confirmation that we are indeed live and clear.
All clear. Cheers, Adam.
Brilliant. Thank you, Adam. Adam, you just had me singing the theme tune to Heidi High because you wrote it before we went live. He'll tell you. I was singing the theme tune. That show broke.
Thanks, Jeanette.
You know, because I don't know if you know or not, but years ago and years ago and years and years and years ago, I used to work at Butlins, and watching the final episode of Heidi High after I'd done 2 consecutive years at Butlins broke me. There's a lot of things break me. I'm a very emotional man.
You are, aren't you?
I
You
am.
are.
I'm a very emotional
Mind you,
man.
I'm getting there myself. I'm getting there myself these days, and I'm embracing it. I'm embracing it. Having been a hard-nosed 20-something-year-old, hardened to the world.
For 20 years, you were that 20-something-year-old.
I'm embracing it now. Thank you to all of you. I know I missed a couple of names. Thank you to all of you for confirming you can see and hear us clearly. And just whilst we are early in the live and early in the chat, a quick shout out to Jasmine from Veteran Game Nerd has said, "Hey, love you both. Can you please say hi to my wife, Jasmine? She watches everything you do."
Oh, hi, Jasmine, and thank you, sweetheart, for watching everything we do. We do really appreciate it. That's what matters on YouTube, of course. And of course, we don't just film to watch back ourselves. In fact, we rarely watch anything these days of our own.
Occasionally. Yeah.
What have you had for dinner? I'm going to ask that question. We've had, for the first time in quite a while, Google, listen very carefully to what I say. 3 separate words: African peanut stew.
Stew. It was gorgeous.
And if you don't know why I'm saying that way, is because Google is very rude. YouTube is very rude. He was very rude. Anyone seen The Amazing Mr. London? You'll know what that is. Yeah, it. Do you know what it translates? Do you know what it translates it to? African penis juice.
I mean, it couldn't get
Well,
it.
I wouldn't cook that.
It couldn't get it more wrong. Anyway, shall we move on?
Yeah. Anyway, that's what we've had tonight. And Jay got this gorgeous loaf.
Oh, I'll tell you about it.
Please do.
Actually.
He reckons it were about £1.60. But with this.
So yeah, I was wandering around in Tesco's earlier.
It was my fault.
Yeah, go on.
This was my fault.
Preface.
Because I said, get something crusty to go with African peanut stew tonight, Jason. And if you've got CC on playback, what did Google just say? Because I said it fast. I said, so you can get something like wholemeal, crusty.
So there you go. So yeah, Adam's thoroughly enjoyed his vegetable and chickpea curry. Absolutely gorgeous. Loved every mouthful. This, I think, was club card price £1.60. It's one of those part-baked baguettes, and it's bio-organic, clearly marked vegan. I'll just show you the packaging. Clearly marked vegan is here. And just there. And it's absolutely gorgeous. I said to Paul, it's a little bit like the baguette, the high-end baguette version of our classic loaf that we always get from Sainsbury's.
And where was this from?
This was Tesco's.
This was Tesco's, okay.
Yeah.
But so it was in the bread section.
In the bread section, yeah, and there's a whole range of these. Many of you will probably be familiar with these. This kind of like part baked, and then you finish it off at home, and you get that sort of really nice, sort of freshly baked bread vibe. But this was the only one, as far as I'm aware, that was clearly marked vegan.
So I cut it in half. I did it in the air fryer on 190 for 14 minutes. Well, that's where I started. Then when it got down to 8 minutes, I turned it down to 180. It came out beautiful, crusty on the outside, soft and fluffy in the middle. Cut it open, put some, I can't believe it's not butter on it, which if you didn't know is vegan. We had it with a beautiful stew, and I've made enough for another meal, which I pretty much always do, to be honest.
Yeah. I want to say a quick shout out and a thank you to our wonderful mods. All of our mods are in the house tonight. We've got Ashley, we've got Bev, we've got Leanne. Thank you for being here. And thank you for helping us out, as always. It's massively appreciated. It really is. The comments are already thick and fast. We've got 56 in the house. Thank you all for being here. Quick thumbs up on the live stream if you haven't already. I know some of you will have done, but also equally, people have recently said that they do occasionally appreciate a reminder. I'm trying not to overdo it, but at the same time, I'm trying to remind you, and I'm trying to also help us to get the down-to-earth vegan message out there to more people.
Well, here's the thing. Whenever we mention it, some people will say in comments, thank you for the reminder. I need that.
Yeah. I've actually been catching up on a lot of the comments on our vlogs over the last few days. And I want to just say thank you. I want to say thank you for all of the comments and for the thumbs up on any of the content that we put up on YouTube. It genuinely makes a difference. It's really appreciated. Something else I was looking at the other day, and I haven't even mentioned this to you because I know you're all over most of the back engine of the tubes.
I'm all the back ends, me.
I was looking at our analytics and stuff the other day. Specific to YouTube, this is not any other social media or anything else. Almost 10% of our viewers and subscribers are from America. It's like 9-point-something% of our subscribers are from America, which I was like, that's awesome. I didn't realize that. I thought it was like 2-3%. So it's nice. A couple of percent, I think 2.5-3% from Canada as well. And then, you know, other places as well.
Mainly the United Kingdom.
Of course. Yeah. I just find it interesting. And I like to have a look now and again, you know. But yeah, it's appreciated. The comments, the thumbs up, the shares, always appreciated. So this is us. It's a Friday night. Whenever we're live.
Chilled out in the lounge. It's nothing in particular.
No.
We'll just have a chat.
Yeah.
Let you know what's been going on.
Yeah.
Maybe let you know what's been coming up. We don't assume that people watch everything we do. Therefore, we might repeat things you've already heard. Because you never know who's going to see this, do you? So, very interesting things of note that are coming up. And this is kind of you're getting some vegan queens goss here.
Oh, and if you're not following Vegan Queens, the Vegan Queens on YouTube, you absolutely should. You absolutely should.
See, those vegan guys are me and my lovely husband Jason. The vegan queens are me and our joint lovely best friend Stuart, who's not here. But the vegan queens and Paul and Stuart together combined, the four of them, did a wonderful podcast the other day. It's going to be quite a long one as well because I think they always do kind of it's over an hour. It's called How I Vegan Podcast. So you can follow them on Instagram, or they're on. I checked it out the other day. They're on every podcast thing.
They're everywhere.
You know, every single one. I'll let you know when that's out. But what a gorgeous couple of guys that run that podcast.
These were the guys. Oh, I just pressed the wrong mouse button by mistake. Could have been a terrible incident. These are the guys that came over and had photos and introduced themselves at Vegan Camp Out, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
And so anyway, we did a wonderful podcast with them. That's coming up. More TVQ news. The Vegan Queens will be doing an update video at some point on their channel talking about all of this. The Vegan Queens are going to be, it's now concrete.
Oh, it's concrete.
We're just working out the finer details. The Vegan Queens are going to be bringing out a makeup palette with VE Cosmetics. Now, if you don't know who VE Cosmetics is, it's basically Lindsay and a little team. And she's fabulous. And it's a small business. And she is, everything is 100% vegan and cruelty free. Always. Just won an award recently. Anyway, Vegan Queens are doing a palette with them. In more news, that cheeky Gemini, the Vegan Queens, after Vegan Camp Out this year, she emailed Jordan. Well, she messaged him on Facebook and said, hey, someone missed him. Drag. And cabaret. And karaoke. That would be a fabulous little space. Anyway, then a lot of conversation happened, and from Vegan Camp Out 2024, the Mind and Body tent in the evening on Saturday and Sunday, 8 p.m. till midnight, will become drag / cabaret / burlesque / karaoke joint hosted by the Vegan Queens.
Oh yeah, it's all going on. It's all going on with the Vegan Queens.
So there's
getting a lot of attention.
Yeah,
at the moment.
And I can officially talk about this now as well. There is some upcoming stuff you will see with the Vegan Queens and the wonderful Viva charity. So there you go.
There you go. So Vegan Queens update. I mean, how can we, us two, lowly northern peasants,
compete?
How could we possibly compete with the Vegan Queens?
Well, you can't.
We just can't. We just can't. I'm sick of it. I am. Anyway, so having had the Vegan Queens update, I want to give a little shout out to Imran. Hey, you guys is in the house. And also back to your original question, because quite a few people have answered it. So let's catch up on what people have had. Yeah, so Angela has had Mexican style chicken slice, which sounds great. Let's have a little scrolly. Jeanette has had kebab with that new planted you had on your meals vlog a while ago, salad and chips. Nice.
Do you know though, it's a classic vegan meal, isn't it? How many times have we had salad and chips abroad?
Oh yeah, and salad and chips abroad is always the best salad and chips you're ever going to eat.
Yeah.
In my humble opinion, in my experience, I've had epic salad and chips in several foreign lands. Angela is eating a chocolate fudge.
Oh,
nice. And Tracy, Leroy is on a journey out of state. So I had sesame bagel with cream cheese and wee vanilla yogurt for dessert.
Can I just mention, once we've read out some more dinners, somebody's mentioned up there, asked the question, how are people dealing with the conflict at the moment?
Yeah, we can touch on that, I suppose.
Well, I would like to say quite a few things about it, if you will hear me out and bear with me in a very short while, because like all conflicts, I think it's affecting everybody massively negatively.
Bev, thank you for popping in.
Thanks, Bev. Nice to see you, love.
Yeah, and I hope you're feeling better soon. Right. Did you want to continue?
Yeah, I'm going to talk about the conflict for a second, because it's been horrifying me the last couple of days, and you don't know what's true and what's real. And First, I need to say this: I have no respect, acceptance, or understanding of Hamas. I don't get them. I don't understand why they did what they did, knowing, now here's the important bit, knowing that the people of Palestine, because they're two separate things, just like I'm not Rishi Sunak, same thing, exactly the same thing, that Hamas did this knowing that the people of Palestine, 2 million-ish of Gaza, would pay the consequences.
Yeah.
Let's not forget, there are many different cultures in Gaza, including hundreds of thousands of Christians. For those of you that are religionist, the same as speciesist. So I don't condone what Hamas did at all. The Israeli response to what Hamas did and the world support for it utterly appalls me. I see absolutely no difference between a Palestinian dead baby and an Israeli dead baby. They are both dead babies. What is going on? And we have to acknowledge, because it is foolish not to. How many illegal settlements are there? How many Palestinians have been forced out of their homes? How many Palestinians have had their ancient olive tree orchards that have been in their family for hundreds of years destroyed and their lands taken and shrunk and shrunk and shrunk and shrunk? And when you keep bullying somebody and backing them into a corner, they're either going to crumble or punch you eventually. So it's crazy. It is crazy. And I feel for all of them on both sides, everybody, except for these power, because there's no, to me, there is no difference between the top dogs of Hamas and Netanyahu and his crew. There's no difference. And everybody else pays. And I wish they didn't have to. So there you go. It's been really bothering me, and I'm trying to kind of avoid stuff because, as I say, you don't know what's true these days.
Well, it's difficult, isn't it? I wouldn't say it's impossible, but it's difficult, isn't it, to sift through.
Of course it is.
All of the nonsense. It absolutely is. But it's.
But do I agree with cutting off water and power and energy and food routes and safe passage for 2 million people so that you can get a group of men? No, I don't. No, I don't. And Israel should know better.
Well,
Israel should know better.
It's war crimes, isn't it? It's war crimes.
You can't drop leaflets telling people to get out and then close corridors of safety.
Yeah. We talked about this in our mental health vlog, didn't we? Is that when we did our mental health vlog for World Mental Health Day, we kind of touched on the whole thing of when you are, I honestly believe this, I think when you're vegan, when you make that conscious decision and you make that connection, something unlocks in your brain. It might have already been unlocked and vegan came later, but when with that empathy and with that opening up and blinkers off, you're seeing everything. I think it's hard. I think it's hard to we can't sort of push that stuff away. It's there, isn't it? You know, and you can't really hide from it. And I don't think I'd want to hide from all of that horrible stuff that's going on in the world, but also you've got to be able to figure out how to manage it.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to kind of learn to deal with it. And I suppose I'm thankful that I can talk about, well, Paul and Jim and I talk about this on that upcoming podcast about having to keep your empathy in check. And I have to, because if I don't, the grief and the anger would cripple me at the world in general.
Yeah.
So I have to. I can feel, but I can't allow myself to feel too much because I'm powerless. Well, I can speak.
Yeah.
And hopefully sometimes someone listens and thinks, right, okay. Yeah.
Yes. Helly says there's never going to be winners in war.
Never.
I would partially disagree with that. I would say that the people who always win in war are the people who sell weapons and manufacture weapons.
Yeah. And of course, because I mean, we were talking about this the other day. I do believe that now, being given free pass by the world, Israel will destroy Gaza completely.
Yeah. It's never going to be over, is it? Really?
And that's millions of people displaced from their homes. I mean, how would you feel in your house if anyway?
Scott says, Paul, I'm glad you're a role model for us all. Your compassion always shines through. I wanted to highlight that because I thought it was a lovely thing for Scott to write. It's really nice. Yeah, quite a lot of comments. I mean, I think this is the great thing about this community, and I know it's not for everyone, and we will move on to other subjects very shortly, but it's really nice that we have a wonderfully switched on and tuned in community around us. You're all absolutely awesome, and many of you know full well this isn't just a vegan channel. We touch on mental health, we touch on LGBTQIA,
politics,
we touch on politics and what's going on in the world, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and
we're human beings,
and we keep it real,
and we embrace being human beings.
Yeah. we do I did highlight Imran's comment before, but I want to read it as well. He says, I've been in touch with the carers for street animals, dogs and cats in Gaza on Twitter, and they're desperately in need of people helping to feed the poor animals. Graphic and relentless, basically. Yeah, it is. It is, absolutely. Without a doubt, we can only hope, can't we? Really. We can just put out positivity into the world and hope that things get better, because we're powerless to physically affect anything, with our own hands and our own will, as it were. But we've just got to hope for the best.
Yeah, it's all we can do, really, isn't it? And I ache. I ache for the people on both sides, who don't want this, who hate this, who just want to embrace each other and learn to live side by side. Because there are way more of them, but there are always going to be, and I know a lot of men won't like me say, but it's power hungry men. The world is run by power hungry men. Wars are started by power hungry men.
You can't deny it.
Men and their egos.
Kat watched our mental health day vlog today. Nice one, Kat. Hope you enjoyed it.
Hey.
Dorcas is in the house. Good evening, Dorcas. Dorcas says, good evening, Paul, Jason, Leanne, Ashley, and Bev. And then I think later on down as a hello to a whole bunch of other people as well. But thank you for being here, Dorcas. And thank you for being here, everyone. Lots of nice comments with regards to the vegan queens and the updates for the vegan queens, which is wonderful.
Well, it's exciting times for the queens, and it's about time they've worked hard. And as far as we know, as they always say, they are Britain's only female vegan drag duo.
Yeah, the world's, maybe, for all we know. No,
definitely not.
So mindful. Yeah, very interesting. Very, very good point. But I do think it's more of a male thing than a female thing. But that's not to say that there aren't power-hungry females out there as well.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It's just that they usually get held back, unfortunately.
Yeah.
They don't get to the positions of power. The world's not designed that way, is it? It's still not. It's still not. It's very rare to see a female in a really high, powerful position. I know. I think maybe we should have some wine.
Well, I think after that conversation,
shall I get some?
If you want it, yeah. If you want it. So, just in terms of today and in terms of the weekend ahead, always curious. Is anybody got anything planned for the weekend? Are you doing anything? Today's been a pretty nice day, all told. Paul's had to work for a few hours. but it wasn't too bad. Few hours this afternoon. I've been up and seen Mam and Dad Brom. Hiya, Mam and Dad Brom. Much love. And love to Auntie Pearl, of course, as well. Been up and spent a bit of time with Mam and Dad Brom and said hello and, you know, sorted a few bits and bobs out. So, yeah, it's been nice. Put some new strings on my acoustic guitar with some of my birthday money that I have put to one side. So a little treat for myself, which is always nice. But yeah, has anybody got anything planned for the weekend, or are you just taking it as it comes? Oh, Kat, nice one. Kat's just going to rest this weekend. You know, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. You do whatever is needed. I think it was a couple of weekends ago. I think me and Paul pretty much did the same thing.
We had that live off, didn't we? We were just like, we just
needed to switch off for the weekend.
I might be the same next weekend, to be honest, because it'll be the last Friday of work.
Next Friday.
Next Friday will be the last one of 4. I know it doesn't sound like much, but when you're only used to doing Monday to Thursday, and then suddenly you're doing a few hours on a Friday, you know, for 4 weeks, the week just feels much longer.
Yeah.
Your weekend feels much shorter.
I'm working
but I've been
tomorrow.
Needed, so
yeah, I'm working for a few hours tomorrow, which is rare that I have to kind of work at the weekends, but tomorrow I will be. Leanne, we've both been thinking of you, you know, sending love and hugs. And that sounds fantastic in terms of performing with the choir tomorrow evening. But I know that we know that you've not had the best week, and it's a process, isn't it? But yeah, sending love and hugs to you, without a doubt. Yeah. Limby is going to see the Blackpool Lights.
Oh, nice.
This weekend. Fabulous. KH is working tomorrow, but chilling tonight. Excellent. Oh, nice. Mary is this weekend I'm starting a spare bedroom renovation, doing it myself. Nice. Nice. I think it's nice to be able to step back when it's finished and kind of admire the results and just kind of, you know, bask in that sense of achievement. Always a good thing. Laurie says it is freezing in upstate New York, and we mentioned the other day that there has definitely been a shift, just to be typically English, although Laurie mentioned it. So Laurie was being quite typically English there in talking about the weather. But there's been a significant change in the last couple of days. I'd say the last 48 hours. It's started to feel a bit more like winter, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
The depth of autumn is here.
Yes, most definitely. Dorcas putting the garden to rights for the winter, and Nigel's been building another hedgehog house. Oh, that's lovely. That is proper lovely. And Angela, I start a 10-day dog sitting tomorrow, looking after Nelson the Pugapoo. Fabulous. Nice. Scott's planning on going to Birmingham Vegan Festival. Cool.
The Manchester one's coming up in November, isn't it?
I was going to say.
I need to book tickets for that.
It's next month, isn't it? But it'll be here before we know it. And we always enjoy it. It's a Bowlers, isn't it?
Yeah. Bowlers Exhibition Centre.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. We always buy bits, don't we? Usually we make a vlog. So
we usually end up spending quite a bit, to be perfectly honest. Let's not beat around the bush.
You see us there. Say hello.
Yeah.
Manchester Vegan.
Yeah, is anyone going to Manchester Vegan Festival?
And is anyone who hasn't been to Vegan Camp Out yet now considering coming next year? Let me know.
Oh, yeah, yeah. David says, good day from Adelaide, South Australia.
Good day, David.
Thank you for being here, David. It's always nice to have people in the chat from other parts of the world.
Good day always makes me think about that advert. We've got an Australian tourism commercial that keeps coming up. Come say good day, and it shows all. But I've got a very rude version of it, and I'm going to do it as a comedy skit as Gemini one day.
I think, to be honest with you, the Vegan Queens could probably get away with it, to be fair.
It's funny.
It's hilarious, yeah, but it's, yeah, it's quite full on, isn't it? It's quite full on. But yeah, thank you for being here, David. Definitely. Joseph is a little bit of an update there. Enjoying the end of my chronic fatigue that lasted 3 years. It has been 10 days where I woke up without being tired.
Oh, wow.
That is great, Joseph.
Nice one, Joseph.
Long may it continue. Long may it continue. Ah.
What were you doing this weekend? Well, like you say, you're working tomorrow, so I'll probably have a few hours on Skies of Arcadia.
Yeah. We haven't got much planned, have we? Bit of gamey time, bit of music.
Yeah.
You know.
Movie all.
Yeah, we've got a couple of movies lined up on the watch list. You know, it's but nothing major planned. But we're quite spontaneous sometimes as well. You know what we're like. Sometimes we'll just knock a vlog out just randomly, because we've got a few ideas in the back of our heads for vlogs. Some, you know, that we can just kind of do here at home. So you know, there's always stuff coming up on the channel. But it might just be a fairly relaxed weekend for us this weekend.
Yeah,
maybe. Other than obviously, you know, me working for a couple
I did
of hours.
say, didn't I, that we'd probably end up doing a grub club. What's the last Saturday in October? I'm gonna look now. Stop showing me that list and show me the month. Damn it.
Oh, Leanne, yes, of course.
The 28th of October.
28th of October is the last, Saturday?
The last Saturday.
Right.
So we might be doing a grub club on the 28th of October in Manchester.
Oh, so Mary's doing the renovation because stepson is coming for Christmas with our 3-year-old granddaughter. So excited. I bet. That sounds fabulous. Good stuff. And Leanne says, we always hope to go to VCO, but nobody to look after the kitty. Yes, that is a difficult one, isn't it? That is a difficult one when you've got to take that into consideration. We are always very blessed, aren't we? That we've got
lots of people.
Well, I wouldn't say we've got lots of people.
Well, we've got family.
We've got family who can kind of step in, which is always appreciated. Yeah. Ah, that sounds nice.
Can I ask you a favour?
Yeah.
You stop doing that, because then I might be reading it, and as soon as you do that, it
goes blue and you can't see it.
Scroll from the side.
Right. Okay. No worries.
This StreamYard's different than YouTube Studio. It works differently. But I suppose that's a good thing. I mean, that's why you can show comments, and you know, you can actually show them on the screen, and you can have other people join you if you want. So it's good.
Natalie says, I loved my first VCO this year and can't wait for next year. So excited for the Vegan Queens hosting. Yeah, it's going to be proper nice.
Are you going to sing, Natalie? It's a bit of karaoke.
Oh, Stephanie, that's nice. That's nice to hear. And good on you. Good on you. After Sunak's diatribe against trans folk at the Conservative conference, I'm joining some parents of trans kids and their allies at a pro-trans demo here in Halifax at 1 p.m. on Sunday.
Stephanie, Paul/Gemini has a rant about that on that upcoming podcast. About people on pedestals saying dangerous things that then make it acceptable for people not on pedestals.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. Adam's getting the back of his knee tattooed tomorrow. Ouchie, ouchie. Oh, that's got to be quite a sensitive spot, that, hasn't it? But then they said that about all kinds of different areas, and it's completely random. You know, it's completely random. I'm sure it's different for different folk. You know, everybody warned me about elbow, and it didn't bother me at all. Literally everybody that I spoke to, they said, when I said I was getting my elbow tattooed, they were like, oh, it's horrible getting your elbow tattooed. Oh, it's horrible. It's horrible. It didn't bother me at all. But yeah, that would, I imagine, be a sensitive spot to get a bit of inky. There's lots going on. Lots going on. Lots of people up to all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't expect you to come anywhere, Leanne, from bloody Wales.
It's a trek, innit? It's a
to
trek.
Manchester.
Yeah. No, I totally get that.
But we will. I think the next one after this one, which might be a very small one, we're good with that. Will probably be London because we said
we did. Yeah, we did. Well, we'll cross that bridge when we come
even
to
if
it.
it's on the outskirts of London.
Don't have to think about that until next year.
No.
You know what I mean? But yeah, we did say that, didn't we?
Yeah.
I just missed a comment
like February
from David that I wanted to read. There it is. Yeah, my husband and I have been following you guys for a short time, as my husband is also a drag queen and is a very big admirer of both yourselves and Gemini, as am I. Yeah, so that's lovely. Thank you, David. That's wonderful. Proper nice.
Thank you. Are you subscribed to the Vegan Queens on here as well? Got their whole own channel, them girls. All sorts on it. Cooking videos, character shorts, snippets of Pride performances, all sorts.
Oh, that's an interesting question, Dorcas. But I don't know about myself personally. Whether I'm well read enough to kind of bring something to the fore in terms of thinking of a book. But it's a great question. Are there any books that you wish would be made into films or TV series that obviously haven't already been made into, like Contact, for example?
That's been done, but it's very different to the book.
It is significantly different, isn't it?
Yeah.
In quite a lot of ways. But yeah, great question. But I can't think off the top of my head of a book that I've read that should be made into a film or a TV series that hasn't already been made into a film or TV series. I'm sure there must be. There must be. I'd have said Cloud Atlas, but the Wachowskis did it, didn't they?
They did.
And I thought they did a stellar job doing Cloud Atlas. I can't believe they even decided to take it off.
Reading that book.
Yeah,
I enjoyed watching the film, loved the film, but thankfully I read the book first. I don't know if I'd have felt the same about the book if I'd have done it the other way around.
Fair point, yeah. David, just a quick follow-up. It says, we follow both Vegan Guys and Vegan Queens.
Oh, that loves.
Nice one, David.
Thank you very much.
Fabulous. Appreciate it.
So, if your hubby is drag queen, are you coming to Vegan Camp Out? And if so, does she want to do a little turn? A couple of numbers or something?
It's quite a long way for David and his husband to travel because they're in Australia.
Come to Vegan Camp Out.
Yeah. Adam, you see, you're asking a good question there, but I've heard about it, but I don't ever want to watch it.
Oh.
Interview with the Vampire TV series on BBC Two. And I was aware that they'd brought out a series of it for Interview with the Vampire. But yeah, it's probably great. It's probably really good, but it's not Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise, is it? Do you know what I mean? It's not Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise.
No. God, that film had a dark sexuality to it because of them two.
I think they had a dark sexuality in it in terms of the characters and everything.
They did.
Absolutely brilliantly cast film.
Gay, that film.
I think vampires are just hot in general, aren't they? I think
they're
supposed to be.
Give them long hair and kind of, that style of clothing.
Yeah.
And a whole other kettle of fish.
KH, no joke. I was just wishing I could go to Vegan Camp Out, and I'm in the US. Yeah, actually, you know what? To David's point and to what we were just talking about, there is a Vegan Camp Out Australia.
There is a Vegan Camp Out Australia
next year.
But they've done one.
Have they already done one?
I think so. But you do know that Australia is like about 10 times the size of the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
Like all stuck together.
And
so,
I mean, statistically, I could be wrong, but I imagine that the amount of vegans in Australia is significantly less than the amount of vegans that are in England. I could be wrong. As in, obviously, numbers and everything are, you know, we've got to scale it appropriately. But yeah, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I imagine Australia as being, like I said, I could be wrong, quite heavily meat oriented, societally speaking. I mean, you know. Anywho. Well, D-Rabbit, I kind of have a love-hate relationship with Tom Cruise, but you can't fault the guy when it comes to, you know, some of the roles that he's taken on over the years, some of his performances and some of the films that he's been in and done. And Interview with a Vampire, I think, is one of them. You know, just class, absolute class. Donna is in the house. Hey, I found you live. Well done, Donna. And thank you for being here. Well done. The chat, just trying to keep up with the chat. I'll get to that question in a minute, Adam. I'm still doing that. Sorry, Paul. Thank you for confirming everything that I thought, David. Australia is full of meat eaters. Thank you. English humour, tongue in cheek. I hope that you can keep trying stuff and get on the journey and do it for the animals, for the planet. I'm not going to harp on about it. You've been here a while. You know us. You know what we're about. But yeah, one step at a time. One step at a time. So let's answer this little question here, or try to. What's a gayer film, Top Gun or Interview with a Vampire?
Oh, Interview with a Vampire.
I think Top Gun.
No.
Yeah, Top Gun has got way more gay stuff going on in it. It's just a bit more subtle. There's way more. Interview with a Vampire is just vampires being vampires, and they are all generally quite erotic. Top Gun is just gay. It's just proper gay.
What's it called? Tom Cruise's character.
In a good way, can I add?
Lestat.
Yeah.
When he grabs hold of.
That's what vampires do.
And float.
I know, it's lovely. It's romantic, isn't it?
It's beautifully gay. Beautifully romantic.
But I still say Top Gun. Yeah. Just for the beach volleyball scene alone. But yeah. Kind of want to watch Top Gun and Interview with a Vampire now. Yeah, maybe we should watch Interview with a Vampire over Halloween.
Yeah,
that might be nice. You know,
Kirsten Dunst. I'm sure that was one of her first roles.
It's got to have been.
She was brilliant.
Oh, Amanda, thank you for being here and thank you for your kind words. Dorcas says Top Gun. Oh, it jumped. It jumped like it jumps on YouTube. Oh, no, it's right. We're good. Limby. Limby says, I watched your last allotment vlog. How amazing is Mr. Puss Pants? Pretty amazing, to be fair. Pretty amazing. And as we...
He nearly killed me when he crawled on my knee.
He did. You
started purring that deeply.
Got quite emotional.
I had to hold it back.
Yeah. And also, as you pointed out, or we kind of acknowledged the other day, do appreciate this won't mean anything to anybody that isn't into Star Trek, but he's very similar to Buck's cat, Grudge.
He is.
From Star Trek Discovery.
He is that.
Yeah. Similar breed of cat.
Oh, similar breed. That sounds wrong.
Adam. Nice one, dude. I agree, Jason. Top Gun is screaming.
Excuse me.
Imran, you know what? I'm not actually sure. I'm not actually sure what Quentin Tarantino said about Top Gun. Did he say something horrible about it? He likes to say sensational things, doesn't he? Sometimes.
Oh, what date is it today?
It's the 13th.
Right, well, you can show that and have a little chat about it because we're having it tomorrow. It's dated the 14th.
I will.
Where did we get that from? Tesco.
Yeah, it was Tesco. Joseph, no, we haven't seen it, but it's been on our watch list for a while. I think it's one of those films that you kind of got to be in the right mood for, isn't it?
What?
Because it's kind of like What We Do in the Shadows. It's kind of like a comedy, isn't it? But right, I'm gonna scroll down.
I'll show you. This is what I'm going to be having for dinner tomorrow night. Meatless farm, chicken and bacon style tortellini. But I'm already going to write to them before I even tried it because there are, oh, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, no, I'm not. There's 8 of them. They're quite big. They're quite a sizable tortellini. So there'll be 4 each and a nice salad for dinner tomorrow night and possibly a garlic bread on the side.
Yeah.
We do like a bread.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying it.
I'm going to put this back in the fridge.
Definitely looking forward to trying it. So yeah, that will
Was it
feature
about
on our meals vlog on Tuesday.
Was it about £3.50 or it was quite, it was £3.
Yeah, you know, I can't actually remember the exact price, to be honest with you. I know a couple of people have responded to you, Megan, which is lovely, and thanks to those who have. Megan says, do you think it's harder to be plant-based if you grew up eating meat? I'm mostly plant-based. I'll go weeks without eating meat, but then I'll eat meat once, then the cycle happens again. I would say no, not really.
I think it's all about your own mindset, Megan, because I was raised meat every meal and then went vegetarian of my own accord because I watched some snap videos of animals being slaughtered and I was like, oh, done. And then watched a documentary called Vegucated. And on my second viewing of it, which was only a few days after the first, I went vegan immediately because I just realised that I could not, in good conscience, be a part of any of that. So, for example, I would and could never eat meat or anything from an animal knowingly ever again. I could not physically do it because it's all already acknowledged up there.
Mindset.
I have no right to this. This is pain and suffering and abuse and trauma and its production. And I say it because that's how they are beings end up. All of it is abhorrent and I will play no part in it. So, and yet I was raised meat every meal. So
yeah,
there you go.
There you go. It is. It's absolutely mindset. I wholeheartedly agree with you, babes. I do. Peter is in the house. Hey all, Peter says. Hiya, Peter, and thank you for being here.
Hello,
good sir. And I love Peter's turn of phrase here. I'm very excited about the cabaret event at the encampment. Yes, Peter, we are also very excited.
So you're coming over again, Peter, for VCO?
I think we've got to assume.
And Mayor's Balls.
That's brilliant. We'll look forward to seeing you, Peter. It's going to be an even more full-on weekend at Vegan Camp Out 2024 than it was for us this year. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. Right, do that and that, and I think we are all caught up. Oh, Sally is asking, did we watch The Reckoning? It was a difficult and unsettling watch. Steve Coogan was scarily brilliant. We haven't watched it. I don't know if I will, even though I have great admiration for Steve Coogan. I think he is incredibly talented. I think he's brilliant and also hilarious in some roles. I haven't got a lot of interest in watching it. I will admire him from afar in terms of his acting prowess.
Who?
Steve Coogan.
All right.
But I'm not interested in watching anything about that person and you know, what went on.
What person? Sorry, I've missed.
Steve Coogan, it's just come out, hasn't it? His name's randomly just gone out of my head. They've just done a documentary about Jimmy Savile.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was a film. I thought they were making a film. Have they done it already? Is it done?
I think it's been on normal television, so I don't know if it was like
it's been on already.
I think it's been on already.
I thought it was in production.
No, I think it's done, been and done. Hi, Lara. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, I might go back to just doing lives, you know, over there because you can make the font bigger.
Yeah,
can't you?
Yeah.
You can't here.
I don't think you can anywhere, can you? There's no obvious way to do it.
No. Can't drag out.
Oh, nice one, David. Good to know, and glad you enjoyed them.
I highly recommend the African peanut stew. No, it is gorgeous.
Well, I said, didn't I, tonight, actually, funnily enough, just this very evening, if you're going to make it yourself and you're not particularly into spice or chili, you could forego the spice, but I actually think it really needs it. I think...
Well, it was to me. It does to make it authentic.
Yeah. Of course.
I mean, it really does. It's like, it's authentically a hot stew.
Yeah, absolutely.
Spicy, you know.
We should wish Donna a happy birthday for this weekend. Happy birthday, Donna, for this weekend. Go on, sorry.
Happy birthday, Donna.
I'm going to stuff my face with vegan pastries this weekend as it's my birthday and I can. Raise a glass of vegan wine, folks. Indeed. Yes. Happy days. Happy days. Cheers, one and all. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, it's there, Lara. Oh, that's nice. Thanks for sharing that, Lara. That's great. Greetings from Scotland. Found your channel from a Wholesome Junkies vlog. Heading back for partner's birthday in November. Amazing food.
Isn't it great?
Yes, indeed.
Isn't it great? Yeah. Also, the allotment vegan eatery in Manchester. We've been there a few times now. It's good. Isn't it good?
Yeah. Really good. Really, really good.
It's good. Isn't it good? God, I'm Northern.
Definitely. Well, you know what? David mentions horror movies, you know, and it kind of brings me on to that whole thing of what I just mentioned before about, you know, Halloween's coming up. Now, it's weird because we love the horror genre across the board. We love horror films. It's one of our favorite genres, but we don't massively do anything really for Halloween.
Yeah.
does anybody else? Do you celebrate Halloween? Do you go all out? I think if more people in our local community kind of got into the spirit of it and celebrated it, I think we would probably get a bit more into it. I know a lot of people just do it for the kids, don't they?
We just sit in and ignore the door.
We never get any knocks on the door, very, very rarely.
Well, we did, and we never had sweets in, and then we got a load of vegan sweets in, and nobody came. All of a sudden, and then you ended up eating them all.
Yeah.
And then we did it again the next year, and then I think after that we were like, right, we're not, whatever, whatevs.
Yeah. But are any of you doing anything for Halloween? You know, do you celebrate? Are you doing anything nice? Ashley, member for 28 months, here to stay. Thanks, Ashley. You're awesome. You're bloody awesome. Oh, you only think it was okay, Adam? See, we're massive fans of Bam Nam Shamalam. We're massive fans of him, and we loved it. Well, we loved it, didn't we? Old. Yeah, it was good. We thought it was great. I like films that just kind of, you know, try and do something a bit different. And he does do that. He's kind of, you know, he likes to. There's been quite a few people mentioning.
Never heard that.
What's that?
Happy
Metal Vegan.
Yeah.
There's been a couple of people tonight who've mentioned that it's Friday the 13th. It's not something we celebrate.
No.
Blue Oyster Club. Blue Oyster Cult, sorry. Don't Feel the Reaper. Oh no, I'm not sure. Probably know it. Know that. Not great with song titles, but when I hear them sometimes I'm like, oh yeah.
Leanne, there.
Member for 40 months, Leanne. Get in there. Awesome and thank you. Awesome and thank you.
I might go and get that wine.
Yeah, we'll have another small glass of wine and then
we'll start. Yeah, because it's we want to chill, don't we? It's been one of those days. I'll pass you that.
Yes. So KH, I do a little spooky stuff, but I'm in the US. I've kind of always just imagined that I'm sure it's different in different parts of the US, but I imagine that a lot of people over in the States it's a bit more of a big deal over there, isn't it? And I think the Americanization of England over the years, it started to become a bit more of a big deal over here in the UK. But I've always kind of just pictured that in the States, everybody just goes nuts for Halloween, you know. Ah, nice one, Leanne. So yeah, Leanne's Samhain, more specifically. Love Halloween. Samhain is celebrated to the max in our pagan household. Nice one, Leanne.
Fluff all on my face.
Oh, that sounds nice, Mary. That's yeah, very civilized, but very nice. Very nice.
Adam, you would love both. I think in particular, because you're a curry man, aren't you? You love Lily's. Lily's is amazing. It really is. It's one of the best Indian restaurants I've ever been to, isn't it?
Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
And it's fantastic that it's like everything could be. It's a vegetarian restaurant, but the things that aren't vegan on the menu can be made vegan, mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah, fabulous place. We've not been out for a while, have we? We've not last time we went out to eat. Oh, we went. We had Jason used his Flanny voucher at Molino Lounge last Friday. Yeah, last Friday.
I think it was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Went to Molino Lounge and had an all-day breakfast, and it was gorgeous.
Oh, Yeah, mister.
Thank you very much.
Halloween is great, says Donna. Yes, I'm a witch this year. Quiet party with family and my 2 black kittens. Sounds delightful. Sounds delightful. Ah, Serenity. See, I've heard this from quite a few people that it's like code. Is that if you make the effort with your front door, or some kind of, you know, if you put a pumpkin on your doorstep,
Right.
it's code for like this house is accepting of us begging for sugar.
Well, we had no for those 2 years when they came, and we had no.
I don't know. I'd go all out, mate. If I knew that was going to be
word must have got round over there. They haven't got no.
I saw something really cool a few years ago, and I totally wanted to do it. And it looked quite easy to do. It was like you just set up a projector behind your window, and then you hang up some like muslin cloth in the window, and you can get these like ghost projections that like float around your window and that. But you know, there's only so many hours in a day. If I was guaranteed there was going to be like 30 or 40 kids stomping the streets, all excited and dressed up as like little zombies and stuff, I might be more inclined to do it.
David does quite a lot. Apparently, Australia's really got into the swing of it.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah, what we're going to do for the rest of the evening? Are we going to watch a movie, do you think? Or
I think we will either watch a movie or we've got quite a few things on the go at the moment, to be honest, both games and series. So yeah, I don't know where to start.
I don't. It's been over 14 months, about 28 months in total. Naughty, because Jason blocked him from the channel.
Yeah,
somehow.
Don't know what happened there. Genuinely,
Luckily,
this is water under the bridge.
I know, but luckily we're connected in other ways. If you've ever been blocked from the channel, it might not have been me. Just saying.
I have the power also. Be warned. And I don't even know what I'm doing half the time, so yeah. But that's awesome, Adam. That's awesome, and thank you. Of course, it's greatly appreciated. All of the support, all of the love. Yeah, we've said it before, and you know, some people out there, negative sods. It might be a bit eye rolly, but what I never anticipated when we started doing this stuff on YouTube and doing the whole vegan guy stuff was to actually meet in real life some truly amazing people and to actually be able to call them friends, like genuine friends. Like I never anticipated that. And for those who do know us really well, you'll know that our social circle, our friend circle is very, very, very small. So it's really nice to be able to have that, isn't it?
Yeah. Sure is.
Oh, nice one, Laurie. Tibetan Indian restaurant opened up here, learning to like spice/heat.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Love Tibetan food. But even though our place in Manchester was very short-lived.
Yeah.
But it was great food.
Yeah, actually. Ashley, that's like Paul said before. That's it. You get the sweets in, and then you don't get any knocks on the door. So you know what?
You end up beating them yourself, and then you're like, shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, maybe you know that is the trick, isn't it? Is like if you want kids to knock on your door and get into the spirit of Halloween, because I'm sure they're out and about. You know, they must go knocking on people's doors. Maybe you do have to like put a plastic bat on your door or a Frankenstein mask or something. I don't know.
Yeah, cider in the it's just said there. It's made me think. We've heard that before. Cider in the US isn't alcoholic unless you ask for a hard cider.
Yeah,
Then it's alcoholic.
I think it was Endless Adventure that mentioned it.
Yeah.
Cider's great, but we only, as far as I'm aware, generally have alcoholic cider in England, don't we? As a general rule, and it's
Otherwise
usually
it's called apple juice.
yeah, and it's usually deceptively strong. Deceptively, you're drinking it, and it's just going down like
pop.
like apple juice, funnily enough. But it's about, you know, anywhere between sort of 7 and 12%, maybe a bit more sometimes.
I don't know actually.
It's strong stuff. I know
Yeah.
that from personal
With
experience.
cider, not really well, you know. Right, this is your 5-minute warning.
Yes, we're going to wind down. We're going to wind down. It's a chance for everyone to say goodbye, a chance for you to get a last quick question in if there's anything that you want to throw out there to us or the community. But we're back on it with our lives now. We're back on it with regular content being uploaded. To be honest, I mean, we haven't really took a major break.
We had a couple of weeks break,
Yeah,
didn't we, where we didn't do anything, and it was nice.
Yeah,
it was nice to just not think about it, not worry about it. Not like it's, you know, a big deal anyway, but we do like to give you guys what you expect, what we've come to show you that you should expect.
Yeah, and also we do appreciate that for a lot of the stuff that we do, it is actually quite useful to be quite consistent in terms of what we do and when we do it, because we've all got busy lives, we've all got schedules and things going on. So to be able to kind of rely on that is like, oh, Tuesday night, TVG, meals vlog, boom, knowing it's going to be there. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, same with the lives, as much as we're able to, Saturday, Friday, Sunday, Saturday, Friday, Sunday. So hopefully next weekend, it should be Sunday in the kitchen doing something. But yeah, don't know what we're going to do tonight, just whilst we're wrapping up and people are saying goodbye and all of that. Not sure what we're going to do tonight. I'm feeling like perhaps a film.
Yeah, maybe. Well, we'll have a look. We'll get everything put away because we have our 2 ring lights here. You should know this.
We just started watching Survivor Series 45.
Oh, and oh my God, we've got loads to watch. We've also started
That's what I said
watching
before.
Big Brother. We've got Big Brother UK
That's
now.
what I said before. We've got quite a lot of things on the go at the moment.
Big Brother season 25 American. What's the Survivor?
45.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
So yeah,
and I think
we worked out the other day. We've been watching Survivor for like 20 years.
Yeah, because it's that good. It's the best of that type.
But we used to watch American Big Brother all the time as well, and then we had a couple of years off.
We've watched it. Watched quite a few series of American Big Brother.
But we started again.
Anywho, we hope you all have an absolutely awesome weekend, the best you possibly can. We're going to try and do the same. And as always, it has been lovely catching up with you all. Thank you all for being here, for your comments, your questions, your general banter.
And let's end with a something. This is not a prerequisite of being part of the channel, but if you're here, do remember that we will talk about veganism a lot, and we will try and promote that you become vegan, because we all should. For the animals, the planet, ourselves, and future generations, we just simply should.
Yeah.
And it's not hard, and it's delicious.
Mm-hmm.
So why wouldn't you?
All of that. Yeah. Tracy, thank you for your lovely words. Really, really nice. Yeah, always appreciated.
Yes, thank you for joining us, guys. I hope I didn't offend anybody with talking about Palestine and Israel the way I did. It has been burning me up just lately, as I'm sure it has most people. And if you missed that, go back and have a listen.
Yeah.
Those were my real out on the table.
Yeah, absolutely. And the last thing I will say, before we do a proper kind of goodbye and switch off, is we do often say better to know than not to know.
Mm-hmm.
And that whole lot that we were talking about earlier on in the vlog about being worldly and having the blinkers off and seeing it all, but equally, there's nothing wrong at all with switching it all off when you need to. Switch off the news, switch off the social media.
Absolutely.
Don't participate.
Play
Don't
a
look
game,
at it.
play music,
Yeah.
have a bubble bath, go for a 10-minute walk, phone a friend, make sure the conversation doesn't get onto current affairs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Absolutely take your escape from it. It's crucial. It's as important as paying attention. Isn't it?
Time in, time out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love you, Mr. Bromley.
Love you.
Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again soon. A massive shout out to our moderators for being here this evening and helping us. We love you, girls. Thank you so much. To all of you who take part in our channel, who watch, who like, who comment, or even if you just watch in the background, we really appreciate you too. Thank you. But join in one day, won't you? Come and have a chat. And please go vegan. We'll see you again very soon. And until then, please be excellent to yourselves and each other. Bye, loves.